In today's video, come along with me as I'm setting up a new, well, actually it's a used 55-gallon aquarium. I've had a lot of sadness in my life lately, but today's video is going to be fun. We're setting up a new aquarium. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I hope you will like and subscribe. This channel does videos about different topics, and I hope it's things that you'll enjoy and encourage you. Subscribing to a YouTube channel is free. Hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when the next video is published. Now to today's video. If you follow my channel, you may remember that I got this 55-gallon aquarium for Christmas. My son, who loves a bargain as much as I do, only paid $50 for this 55-gallon aquarium, the stand, and some decoration that came inside. It's been sitting out in the garage since Christmas. I just haven't had time to get it cleaned up and get it in the house and get it set up. I don't know about you, but it's so exciting to get a new fish tank. But it's also intimidating for me. I've never had this large of tank. My tanks are only 10 and 20 gallon. Until this one. This one is 55. So let's get started. Let's clean it up. And I'm going to get my sons to help me move it in the house and get started with this 55-gallon project. Well, you'll notice in the video, I'm taking a water hose and I'm filling it up in the garage. The only reason I'm doing it, I just wanted to make sure it didn't have any leaks. Because remember, this is a used aquarium. Well, the room I'm putting it in has laminate floors. It's not waterproof. I ordered a pad to go under the tank from Amazon. Now, the pad is slightly larger than the tank, and I realize if the tank did leak, it is not going to completely protect my floors. But if you're like me, when you're doing water changes or just cleaning your tank, you can just drip water on the floors. So the pad is really just to protect the water from any small drips that I cause, not for a major leak. With the mat or pad in place, my sons brought the aquarium stand in first, and then the fish tank. We emptied the water out of the fish tank that I had put in it in the garage before my sons moved it into the house, and then I refilled the tank with new water when we got it inside. I didn't use a water hose in my house to fill up this 55-gallon tank. I just used my kitchen sink. A bucket at a time, I carried water from the sink over to the tank. It took me a while. I only filled it 2/3 of the way up at first. I let that water cycle probably 3 weeks before I added my fish. If you're a new fish keeper, I also want to point out that I added a sponge filter and a heater from the very beginning. I added my gravel. I washed it really well, of course, before I put that gravel in. I added the aquarium decoration that came with the tank, and I added a little moss that I already had. After a couple of weeks, and I felt like the water was safe for my fish, I added 3 electric yellow cichlids. If you saw a recent video I did, I talked about purchasing those 3 yellow cichlids for this 55-gallon. I was keeping them in a 10-gallon tank because they were so small, and I didn't have the 55-gallon set up yet. My next step in setting up this 55-gallon aquarium was to buy some new plants. I live 2 hours away from a Petco or PetSmart or even a mom and pop fish store. But when I had a day that I could drive the 2 hours each way to a Petco, I picked up these plants. My next thing I needed was a background. I didn't see anything at Petco that I liked for a background, so I just got on Amazon and ordered a background for my 55-gallon. I'm pretty tickled with how it turned out. Well, you can probably see I've also added a convict cichlid. I've had this cichlid for a while. I was a little nervous about putting him in with the yellow labs, the electric yellow cichlids, but they're both African cichlids, and so far, so good. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I have certainly enjoyed putting together this 55-gallon aquarium, this used 55-gallon aquarium that I got for Christmas. You know, it's always fun getting new fish and setting up a new fish tank. If you're in the fish keeping hobby, you know exactly what I mean. If you're not in the fish keeping hobby, give it a try. Maybe not start with a 55-gallon, maybe start with a 10 or a 20. But there is something so peaceful and fun about fish keeping. Well, thanks for watching. I hope you'll like and subscribe. Until next time, bye.